Hello students, welcome to my channel Lightup Knowledge and welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing great and your preparation is going well. In the previous video I had explained you what simile is, and today we'll be solving some questions on the same, on the topic simile. So before moving on, please consider subscribing if you find it useful. Now let's get started. Question number 1 for you all is, one of the following is not an example of simile. So we know that simile is comparison of two dissimilar objects using connectives such as like, as, or as though. Option number A is, her words are as sweet like honey. So as and sweet is connective, and which is connecting the comparison between two dissimilar objects like the words and honey. So this is an example of simile. Option number B, life is like a dream. Life is compared to dream. Again, this is an example of simile as it is comparing dissimilar objects and things. Option number C is, live like a hermit but work like a horse. This is also an example of simile because life is compared to that of a hermit and work is compared to that of a horse. Option number D, life is not a bed of roses. So option number D will be the correct answer because this is not showing simile. This is a use of metaphor in the sentence. Option number D is the correct answer. Number 2 is, simile is a comparison. Option number A, between two objects with at least one common point. Yes, it is a comparison of two dissimilar objects with one common point. This is a correct answer. Option number B, by using conjunctions like as, or so as. So you use some connectives to make to construct a sentence on simile. So yes, this is also the correct statement. Option number C, between two things of different kind. Yes, we do compare two things of different kinds. So option number D, all of the above, will be the correct answer. Question number 3 is, I wandered lonely as a cloud. The poetic device used in this line is, please clearly look at the sentence, observe it, a comparison is made using like or as, and the comparison is made between two dissimilar objects like I and cloud. So therefore this is an example of simile. So option number A will be correct. B, metaphor. Metaphor is a direct comparison. Here simile is there, so metaphor is not there, of course. Alliteration is the repetition of what? Repetition of a consonant sound. Here we cannot witness such a repetition of consonant words. And option number D, personification. What is personification? Personification is when you give some human attribute to non-living objects. Option number A, simile, is the correct answer. Question number 4 is, drive my thoughts over the universe like withered leaves to quicken new birth. Which figure of speech is there in this line? So before moving on to recognize what figure of speech is there, let us understand it. So these very beautiful lines are written by Percy Bysshe Shelley, and the name of the ode is Ode to West Wind. Here he is being very optimistic and telling that he is addressing West Wind, and he is giving a request that he is giving a request to West Wind to drive his thoughts over the entire universe. Okay, and how the West Wind should drive his thought like withered leaves, and what is the reason? To quicken new birth, to energize his writings in the entire universe, so it spreads and he becomes famous. So which figure of speech is this? Of course, clearly the thoughts are compared using like and as with withered leaves. It is dissimilar objects. So this is surely an example of simile. Others have already explained you what metaphor is, what personification is, what is alliteration. So option number A, simile, is the correct answer. Number 5 is, life is as tedious as a twice told tale. Which figure of speech is there in this line? Life is compared to a twice told, and life is tedious. Tedious means very tiresome, dull, boring. So when you hear a twice told tale, you will get bored because you've already heard and you'll get no interest. So life is compared to a twice told tale. Okay, two dissimilar objects are compared using like or as. So clearly this is an example of simile. So option number A is the correct answer. Let us discuss other options. Option number B, pun. Pun is a play on words or a use of words having more than one meaning. Onomatopoeia. Words are the imitation of sounds or words that indicate sound. For example, the birds are chirping, hissing. Okay. Next example word is irony. What is irony? We say one thing but we mean just the opposite. Okay. For example, the brotherly love of our Christianity is proved by the multiplication of murder. Okay. You are trying to say one thing but you are meaning the another. So option number A, simile, is the correct. number 6 is, my love is like a red, red rose. Which figure of speech is there in this line? So, here the poet is comparing his beloved to a red rose. Okay, so here he is comparing two dissimilar objects using like or as. Okay, so this is an example of, okay, of course this is an example of simile, but if you say red, red rose, this is an example of alliteration as well, because this is there is a repetition of a consonant sound. Okay, so option number B and D both are correct. So option B and D, simile and alliteration, the sentence shows both of it, but if it is given in that exam, you have to choose one. So you have to choose simile because that is a dominant one. Number 7th is, sleeping on a Sile is like sleeping on a cloud. So sleeping on Sile is compared to sleeping on a cloud. So this is clearly an example of simile. So option number B is the correct answer. Let us discuss other devices. The first one is Diatyposis. Diatyposis basically is a document which consists of rules to live by for one's audience. Okay. Option number B, simile, which is already the answer. Option number C is dehortatio. So what is dehortatio? It is a rhetorical device which prevails when we offer hearers a dissuasive statement. And assonance. Assonance is the repetition of a vowel sound in group of words which appears continuously. So option number B, simile, will be the correct answer, because in this the sleeping on a Sile is compared to sleeping on a cloud. So here there is a comparison of two dissimilar objects and it is brought together in a sentence in terms of harmony. So therefore this is an example of simile. Let us proceed to the next question, and before that, if you haven't seen that video in which I have explained simile, you can see that using the link that's given in the description box. Number 8 is, the word simile is derived from which word? So the word simile is derived from option number C, the word which is in option number B, that is similis. So option number C is the correct option to this. The next question is, number 9th is, from which language is the word similis derived? So in the English language, that is a figure of speech, simile is derived from a word known as simile, which is basically derived from a Latin language. Option number B is correct. Question number 10th is, which part of speech is used in the constitution of simile? So if you look at the sentence structure of a simile very closely, you will understand it that there is one part of speech that is very dominant. Okay, that is a connective, that is a conjunction, because we use like, as though to show, to depict the contrast in the sentence of two dissimilar objects. So option number B is the correct answer. I hope you like this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to my